The next piece, we're going to be editing the Spiko image, mainly because it's actually quite a large file, and since we don't need some of the animations like crouching, um, which you might want to use in a different game or build into this game, we're actually going to be removing those frames because we just don't need them. So we're going to be opening up Spiko in the image editor and look at the list of animation sets as shown in figure 10.9. So if we look at 10.9, it looks like that's 10.10. Here's 10.9. Here's the list of animation sets. So stopped, walking, running, appearing, disappearing, bouncing, and so on and so forth. So we're going to look for that. And then it says right click on the crouch down animation and delete it from the shortcut menu. So here's Spiko. Click on him, double click on him to get the image editor. We're going to be looking at the animations. So there's stopped, walking, running. Let's get the crouching, which is right here, crouch down. And notice how there are all these different images. And some graphic designer actually created every single one of these for Spiko. So these are all pieces that we're not going to be using on this game, but you might want to use in something else. So if I right click on crouch down, I can just press delete, but let's make sure that that's what we're going to be doing with him. So right click on the crouch down and delete it. And the frames in the animation set are completely removed, but the name remains. So what that means is our file size, instead of having these 30, 40 images, it's going to be reduced down that much. Playing we learned, delete all the animations except stopped and walking. Select the walking animation set. So what we're going to do is basically keep everything except for stopped and walking. All right, so back here, crouching, delete. So all of these except for stopped and walking. So I'm going to keep running for now. Appearing, delete, disappearing, delete, bouncing, delete, launching, delete, jumping, delete, falling, delete, stand up, delete, dig right, dig, delete, climbing, delete. You can see all the things that you can use Spiko for. Exploding in later games. So I'm going to keep, it says stopped and walking. I might keep both of those because I don't think we're going to be running yet. But I'll keep it for now. So stopped and walking. Now we're going to select the walking animation set and select the animation direction node 0. This is the animation that should be displayed when the character is walking to the right. So walking, frame, select this one. That's what it looks like when he's walking right. That's what it looks like when he's walking left. So when he's walking right, this is the side view of what Spiko looks like. And this is, let's see, what do we need to do? So click on the direction options tab to display the playback settings for the animation as shown in figure 10.10. So here's 10.10. We need to select the direction options. So we were in frames, we're going to be going to direction options. And what we'll do is set the lower speed to 32 and the higher speed to 32 and repeat to 0 and back to 4. So 32, 32, 0, and 4. So 32, 32, 0, and 4. Well, it's already there. And then let's see, back to, in this case, the loop will start at the 4th frame on the animation, which means it'll, if you kind of look at all the images, you can see what it looks like. But back to the frames, it looks like he's there walking, and you can kind of see it in slow motion. I'm using my arrow keys to go through them. So basically what it will do is it'll repeat after frame 4. So you get the illustration that he's actually moving forward and backwards that way. So click on the Frames tab and examine frames of this animation. Notice how a walking loop is achieved. Only frame 4 through frame 15, frame 1, 2, 3. Get Spiko started moving from a standing position. So anyway, basically it's going to go through all those and then it'll loop back. So then we need to apply what we learned, set the lower speed, higher speed, and repeat back to and loop values for the direction node 16, which means walking left, the same those used walking right. So back here, let's go walking left. Same thing, 32, 32, 0, and 4. So we're set there. Click OK to close the image editor and run the frame and see how Spiko reacts to the game environment. What he will do, not to be a total spoiler alert, is Spiko is going to fall through because we haven't set these to be actual barriers or objects yet. So you can move him as he follows quickly as long as you're quick. So, whoop, there it is. Anyway, you get the idea. All right, bug repair. So Spiko fell right through the platform as we predicted a moment ago. So we need to fix that bug because our game doesn't work. So open the game frame, event editor, program event line 1 to match the pseudocode. If Spiko collides with the platform 1 object, then Spiko's movement will stop. Basically, we want Spiko to stop when he hits the platform. So here's Spiko. Let's go to our event editor. New condition. We want if Spiko, so here's Spiko. So if Spiko has a collision with another object, let's do platform 1. So if Spiko collides with platform 1, then what do we want him to do? We want him to stop. Movement, stop. So this says if there's a collision between Spiko and platform 1, then he'll stop. Let's see if it actually works. Run the frame. Look at that. He came down and stopped. Now I can actually move him left and right on my frame. So it'll act like a platform, even though it's an image that we created. So if he collides platform 1, then he will stop. We also need to do the same thing with platform line for platform 2, and then run the frame to see if Spiko can walk on the platform without falling through it. Spiko should also fall through the hole in the platform. Close the game when done. So let's go ahead and create another condition. If Spiko collides with another object, this time for platform 2, we want him to stop. Movement, stop. Let's go and run through and see if he follows through. There he is. I'm going to run it one more time and make sure he actually works with platform 2 also. Try to get back. There we go. There he is. And then he disappeared because I made him go off the screen. All right, cool. So we have everything working so far. Next, we're going to make the platforms move as they move up and then start becoming random. So here we go. We're going to be working with unlimited gameplay, meaning it should go indefinitely, meaning it won't stop. So display the event editor for a game frame. And applying what we've learned, program the pseudocode to move the platform up 1 pixel each time the game runs through the programming loop. So we're going to be moving each platform up so that Spiko has to move down each of the lines. So if always, meaning something that's always going to be occurring every second of the game, then set the position of the platform 1 to 0, -1 relative to itself. Meaning that if always, so always through the game, the position of platform 1 will be set 1 pixel down from where it was. So which means it's going to continually be moving up. So new condition, and if always, I believe it's under special. Yep, under the special if conditional statement. So if always, then we want platform 1 to be moving. So under movement, probably not position, but maybe we'll have to look through a few of these. But if movement, we want it to, let's see, I have to figure out what it was. Set the position. So we're looking for position of platform 1 to 0, -1 relative to itself. So platform 1, position, set position. Let's do relative to itself. So 0, -1. So x value is 0, y value is -1, which once again means that it's going to be looking like it's going to be going down relative to itself. And press OK. And see what that looks like. You'll notice the platform starts moving up. And there goes Spiko. Program platform 2 object to match the movement for platform 1. Note a new event line does not need to be added because we already have the if always. So using the same event line, if always, platform 1 is going to be moving in position to itself. Let's do the same thing here. Position, select position. We'll do 0, -1, and once again relative to itself. So platform 2, press OK. And test that to see if that works. That time it didn't work, so we need to figure out why that one's not. So I figured out what I did wrong. You'll notice that if I click on or kind of hover over this, it says if always, this is platform 1, set position at 0, -1 from itself. Player or platform 2 is set position 0, 0. Oh, that should be 0, -1. So to right click on it, go to edit, and then it needs to be 0, -1. Then I should press OK. Now it should float up as well. I can move before. There it goes. Cool. So there you go. That's how you work the platform movement. I think I'm going to have an issue because I'm noticing that my platform 1 and platform 2 are working, but my platform 3 and 4, I think I did something wrong because I don't think that those should be all by themselves. I think they should be tied to platform 2 or be kind of copies or clones of platform 2. So I'm going to have to go through and figure out what that is. But let's keep going until it actually does mess up. All right, so next we'll work through the random number generator, which is basically going to be creating new platforms as they go up to replace the old, but they're going to be moving around left and right. But I'm going to figure out why my platforms look the way that they do, because I think I should only have platform 1 and 2 instead of 3 and 4 as well. So I'm going to fix that, and then that'll be on the next video.